Iman Gadhzi has built up a net worth of over $85 million at the age of 23. And in this video, I want to break down his entire sales funnel, the 3 key lessons I learned, how I'm implementing these lessons, and then ultimately how you can implement these exact same lessons in your own business so that you can start to scale. If you're stuck right now, what you need to understand is that the best way to win is to just model what already works, right? Most people spend, years, decades learning, gathering lessons, iterating, but why don't we just shortcut that entire process by just taking a look at what already works in the space, which is clearly working for Iman, and just shortcutting the entire process by modeling the principles that he is following. That is exactly what I've done, and it's exactly what I'm bringing you today. Okay, I want to save you years of figuring it out, and I want to give you ready to apply strategies that are proven that you can implement immediately to start to scale. And that's because the only shortcut in business is learning from the mistakes of others, right? But what's also important is that you're modeling them at the right stage of their journey. Okay, you don't want to start a software company as a beginner because that's what you see some of them doing. Or you don't want to build a portfolio of companies if you've never gotten a single sale before just because you see Hormozi crushing with that. Okay, and that is why we're going to be starting at the very beginning of Iman's journey, from back when he was 15, shooting gym videos, running a videography agency, all the way to where he's at now, worth $85 million, so that we can understand the full picture. We're going to cover documenting your journey, using new opportunities to become the number one in your space, and then we're going to completely break down Iman Gadhzi's $1 million a month sales funnel. So starting off with documenting your journey, right? As I said, we're going to start at the very beginning. Iman got on YouTube super early, and as of now, I think he's been on there for like 8 or not close to 9 years. And since the very beginning, he's kept absolutely nothing back, and he's built up immense trust with his audience, right? Because they literally have 8 years worth of content that they can go back, watch, and see if the guy is legit. Let's say Iman was still running his SMMA, and you were competing against him. Who do you think is going to get a potential client, right? You with absolutely zero content, zero social proof out online, or Iman with 8 years of social proof and familiarity behind them, and literally hours upon hours and thousands of hours worth of content that you can go ahead and watch to get to know the guy, right? Of course it's going to be Iman, right? And what most people don't understand is that when you do this for long enough, it literally becomes impossible not to win. Okay, the right actions compounded over a long enough period of time make it really, really difficult to lose. Okay, Iman can just easily close 12k month deals for his agency. There's literally sales call recordings of this up online, up on his channel, of him closing 12k month deals while him absolutely sucking at sales, because I saw the recordings. He's not that good at sales. He made many mistakes, but he still closed this deal, right? How? It's because of his brand. Right, there's no other explanation for it. It is impossible not to win because you keep learning, you keep iterating, your audience keeps growing, you keep getting better, and then in a few years, when let's say you decide to run ads, right, because you built up the leverage, or maybe you're even starting to run ads now, these ads are going to work so much better. And if you have the brand that Iman has, they're inevitably going to make you millions of dollars because you have undeniable proof that you know what you're talking about and that you are a real player in the game. Okay, by building this brand, Iman built himself up an asset that no matter what, no matter the conditions, he will never go down to zero again. Right, unless he absolutely tarnishes his reputation, that will hurt him a lot, but he still won't go back to zero because he'll still have these hardcore supporters. And the way that I am implementing this is literally with this YouTube channel that you're watching right now. I just increased my upload schedule to 3 times a week. So, more content coming soon. And then also I have a Polish YouTube channel. I'm not selling anything to the Polish audience, but I still have the channel because I want to document my journey. And then in a few years, I'm going to have insane leverage in the Polish market once I do great stuff in the English market, right? Clearly, which is why I'm doing that. Right, and if you guys don't know, I'm originally from Poland, so I'm building leverage in that market too, right? So go out there and start documenting. That's your action step for this little part 1, okay? If you're already selling something, then just make a brand around you and around your product. And if you're not selling anything, like I'm not selling anything in the Polish market, just document your journey and lessons that you learn along the way. But now, getting into the more tactical stuff, okay? This is going to be using new opportunities to become number one, right? What Iman does is every few months, he has some form of live event. Okay, it starts off with a trailer or two, just hyping the event up, right? This is his trailer from The Rescue, his most recent live event. And this event is, of course, promoted, on his YouTube, his email list, his Telegram groups. It's sent out via SMS to everybody that he has in his contact list and everybody else that, can possibly get to know about it. I'm pretty sure he's also going to run ads to these events too. I'm pretty sure that he does that. Like 99% sure, but I haven't researched that enough to be completely sure, so don't quote me on that, but I'm assuming he would, because why wouldn't he? And then the event itself, it's 3 live videos that drop a few days apart. Each one leads on to the next. And then the culmination point is the 3rd video where he actually pitches you, right? And he pitches you his 997 SMMA course, which is a special offer. Usually it's 1.5k. And now what you would think is that since he does this every few months, it would get hella boring, right? Just same thing over and over again, right? But the thing is that it doesn't, right? And the reason that it doesn't is because Iman positions each one of these as a new opportunity. Okay, although it's pretty much the exact same product every single time, each event is branded and positioned in a different way and gives different buying incentives to the viewer, right? So you have different, it's hitting on different desires, hitting on different pains, tackling different segments from Iman's audience, right? So for example, Remote Revolution, this was back in 2022, right? This is just about the best online business to start if you're a complete beginner, right? Here, you have, the headline is completely different. Become a new Renaissance man, and it's talking more about getting freedom, right? The rescue. This is about rescuing the five long lost Greek principles or whatever that will help you, live a successful life. And it's hating on the education system. So also, once again, it's a little bit different, right? And it's branded different. The rescue, digital renaissance, remote revolution, right? These are all different catchphrases, but in reality, I'm pretty sure every single one of these is selling like the exact same product. It may be, slightly different, right? But the core of it is all the same. It's just an SMMA course, but he makes it seem completely different, and he keeps making insane amounts of money with every single one of these just because of the way he positions this. Okay, now he has taken these down, but I found a collection of them up on YouTube. So all the link is in here. I'll show you guys how you can get access to this document at the end of this video, and you can also get access to all these live events if you want to watch them, if you want to analyze them, if you want to see how Iman sort of goes about this, and because these are pretty much like his VSLs, right? And you can't really find them anywhere else. So this is extremely important, right? Just in terms of the branding aspect, leveraging new opportunities, right? Using keywords like remote revolution, new renaissance man, digital renaissance, the rescue, right? Especially in a super saturated market like coaching or info product or SMMA, right? If you're just like everybody else, you will get the exact same results as everybody else, right? And right now, 99% of coaches just cannot scale to save their lives because they're all stuck in the exact same bucket, right? The way you escape that is you position yourself in a different bucket. Right now in this market, if you are not a new opportunity, if you're just another fitness coach, another mindset coach, another dating coach, whatever you do, you just can't stand out. And when you can't stand out, you can't scale, right? Because people don't see what's unique about you to the rest of the marketplace. And then you become a commodity. Your prices go down. People literally just choose based on price. They do not care about you or the transformation you're bringing them. You're just there because they need a problem solved, and they're going to go to whoever does it the cheapest, not whoever does it the best, right? And that's what you want to escape. So for right now, you do not have any new opportunities inside your business if you do not have these different catchphrases, different branding. Overall, you can see even by the VSLs the way he positions this. If you don't have your brand, something completely unique to you that makes you stand out from everybody else in the market, then that is probably the reason why, if you're running ads, that is why they're not working. Okay, if you're doing whatever else you're doing, that is the reason it's not attracting clients. Okay, it's because you're positioned in the market the wrong way. And Iman Gadhzi clearly understands this very well. Okay, but now point 3 is probably what you've all been waiting for. Iman Gadhzi's $1 million a month sales funnel. Okay, and there are 3 main components that I see in this funnel that I want to break down for you guys because I think they're the most important, and that is the value-based approach. Although it's pretty dang direct, it's still value-based. His YouTube funnel structure, so how he structures his YouTube videos, and then the data collection system that basically ties it all together pretty much. Okay, so first is the value-based approach. Okay, Iman literally has you go through 3 hours worth of live events, right, which is literally like a full massive webinar, many emails and texts, right, and it's spread up over a longer period of time, and other indoctrination messages and sequences, for example, in his Telegram groups, in SMS, that he has you join before the event. He has a Telegram group that he's like, go there to get notified, right? So basically it's just a reminder for you to watch the actual event. And he has you join that, and he has you consume a bunch of content before ever pitching you. Right, this isn't just an ad straight to a booking page or straight to a landing page, as I see a lot of you guys running. And then you wonder why nobody shows up. Okay, it's a funnel that brings people into his personal brand and builds a deeper connection. Right, even if these people do not buy straight away, they become a fan of Iman's, and they now know about his existence, and they know he's legit, right? And they're gonna subscribe if they see value in his content. And once they subscribe, once again, he can market to them for free whenever he wants, and they're gonna buy eventually. Right, the leads don't just buy or die like with a normal direct response funnel, right? Because one, which you're going to see in the data collection system, he has all their emails, he has them in the Telegram group, he has all the SMS, and he has them on YouTube as a subscriber. You're not just hoping for somebody to either buy or die, right? You're just hoping for them to opt in, and they're going to opt in anyway because you're giving them immense value. Right, that is the goal here. We're playing the long-term game, as well as this is going to get you better results in the short term too. And what's really cool here is I think Google has a rule. They did a lot of really awesome research, and they found that what you need at least 7 touch points across 11 days and 4 different channels to get somebody to buy with the optimum speed, and that is literally what Iman is implementing. So you have 7 hours of content, which we all know by now, the 7-hour rule. You need somebody to consume 7 hours of content before they're your warmest lead, right? Iman probably doesn't need as much from his more ready to buy viewers because of, one, the brand he's built, and two, the ticket of his program isn't that high, right? It's 1K. 11 touch points, right? So interactions between the brand and the customer. Iman has way more than that, right? He has the trailer, the 3 live events. He has like freaking 10 emails. He has the Telegram group, where he also, reminds you of every single event. And then he has the SMS as well. And then on top of that, he has the initial ad that you watch if you came from an ad. And then you're going to go ahead and watch all of his other YouTube videos after he's done with the initial event, right? So he has way more than 11 touch points, and then 4 different locations, right? You have the YouTube, you have the SMS, you have the email, and you have the Telegram group, right? Plus you have the ad if you came from an ad. I'm probably going to make a separate video on this rule because it's very, very interesting and it's really difficult to explain well in short, but I mean, you can read about it here. I guess I can link this in the document. I'll do that in a second, but I'll also make a separate video about this rule because I think it's very, very intriguing and I think it can really help you guys out, okay? But moving on to Iman's YouTube funnel structure, okay? Iman on YouTube, right, he always has one VSL, right, which he constantly updates. He records one, I don't know, on average like one every year, right, just to keep it up to date, to keep improving it. And this one main VSL is where he redirects all of his other traffic to. Right, so what he has is he has his top of funnel YouTube videos, right, which are basically all the videos he has on his channel. If I open up my YouTube, I know you guys can't see the full screen, but you guys are still going to be able to see some. But basically, even all of his lifestyle videos, if you look at this Maybach video, right, I think you guys can see that. I hope you guys can see that. Yes, you can. So even his video about buying Maybach, even his habit videos, right, once you go in, guess what? In the description, what you have is you have, as long as they apply this, a link to what? To this, which is a 1 hour and 1 minute long video, which is this video, and this video is literally just his VSL. Okay, so basically every single video that makes sense for him to do it in, he just plugs his VSL. And then underneath that VSL, right, if you click on the actual VSL, what you have the link to, this VSL is literally just selling, right? There's like no value, it's just an hour of selling, is his landing page, right? And then from the landing page, the sales page even, right? And then from the sales page, guess what? You are prompted to buy his course, right? And this way, what this allows him to do is it allows him to go really, really broad in the top of funnel YouTube videos, because not every YouTube video is responsible to convert someone or to sell someone, right? Not everyone has to be a VSL. It's just getting people to know his brand, and then they're inevitably going to land on the actual VSL because that's what he pushes all of his traffic down to. And this allows him to attract a larger audience because he's going more broad, and it also allows him to be more authentic in what he wants to make content about. Because he's not forced to make videos for the sake of selling something. Like, if I wanted to optimally sell you guys, I wouldn't be making this video right now. Okay, I'd be making something about my funnel or about my client results, right? Which I obviously do still make, but I'm also making more of these different style of videos, right? 1, because I want to. 2, because it's going to build more of trust with you guys. 3, it's going to attract more people to my brand. I don't know how well this video is going to do, but my assumption is that it's going to do better than a lot of my other videos. Why? Because I'm talking about Iman. And as I said, this is Iman's main VSL. It's also linked in this document. And this approach also allows the main VSL, right, which is this, to, as I said, be way more direct and way more salesy, since you did all of the connection building and all the trust building through all of your other videos, right? Since Iman has insane amounts of content up on his YouTube, right, he can afford, I misclicked, he can afford to have the one video that is super, super salesy. It won't hurt him, right? And then, as I said, his sales page, I already showed you guys this, but basically this is his sales page, right? It's literally, you can book a call to answer any questions, but you can also just click here and buy straight away. He breaks down the program, he shows you client results, he answers commonly asked questions, he does everything that you would expect from, your standard sales page. Obviously, it looks very aesthetic because it's Iman, but it's just your standard sales page, okay? And then third point that I wanted to cover is his data collection system, okay? So as he's funneling everything down through the YouTube funnel, and he has his live events going, he also has a data collection system that basically puts it all together, right? This is the third and final component that I want to touch on because I think it's very, very important, right? Iman makes sure that at every stage, he's collecting the data, right? Email, phone number, Telegram groups, all that sort of stuff, of as many people as possible. Okay, as you can see, remote revolution, click here to reserve your spot, right? This is going to be up on YouTube anyway, right? But he positions this as you're clicking to reserve your spot. So you're going to give him his email, you're going to give him your phone number, right? And guess what? At that point, he owns your attention, right? He can call you, which I think I've been called by Iman before. Well, not by Iman, by one of his reps, obviously. And he's going to spam you with emails, okay? The rescue, the exact same thing, and then his Telegram group, the exact same thing. There's no exclusive value as he positions it there. I think on the rescue he did have some exclusive, like checklists and stuff like that. So there was an actual incentive to join, which I thought was pretty cool. But basically, you join and you're literally there to be reminded of the events and then to be sold, to presented special offers to, and all that sort of stuff, which is gonna lead him to making more money. Okay, and he does this because he understands the importance of, as I said before, in that little unscripted thing about Google's 7-11-4 rule. He understands the importance of increasing touch points. Right, the more often a prospect sees your face, the more likely they are to buy, right? And then the more places a prospect sees your face, also the more likely they are to buy, right? The more often, 7 hours of content, 11 touch points, and then in the more places. So that's the 4 different locations, right? And Iman uses not only YouTube, but also SMS, email, and Telegram groups to initiate as many touch points with the prospect as possible. And I wouldn't be shocked if he also ran a bunch of retargeting ads, which I just haven't been shown because I never came to one of his live events from any ads, right? If he runs ads. And more importantly, he uses these emails and these SMS and these Telegram groups to keep the relationship with the prospect going and keep them in his world, even if they don't decide to buy immediately, right? So like this is after the event was over, he's still sending me emails, right? I have no clue what he's pitching me on this because I didn't read this. Well, he is pitching me drop servicing. I don't know what the call to action on this was. Let me check really quick. Okay, so he's pitching me to enroll in Agency Navigator, get paid. Is this the same thing? It is the same thing. Secure spot, is this the same thing? That is also the same thing. So he's basically just literally straight up pitching me his program. You have to hurry, scarcity, whatever. Yeah, this is a very, very silly email, but it is what it is, right? And then this is his Telegram group from October. This was, I think it was the rescue. I do not know which event this was, but yeah, exposing the education system. So it was the rescue. It's literally to remind people of this, and it just makes more people watch, and it increases that touch point. And that is basically what Iman does to make his money. Obviously, he does make quite a lot from his investments and his other brands because he's branching out into like eyewear and I think, I don't know, drinks or something. Don't quote me on that. I'm just more interested in the business side or in the actual online business side. I know he's making a lot of money from those other businesses. From this funnel, from his YouTube, from his SMA/course selling business, I don't know exactly how much he's made, but he's made a lot of money overall, and I think his YouTube funnel is worth studying. I really hope you guys found value in this video. If you guys want to get this exact document with all the links inside, all of Iman's live events, message me on Instagram with the word live, and I'll just send over this link to you, so that you can actually check it out. And if you want us to build your marketing system out for you, because that's what we do as an agency, and then automate it for you to scale past 30K a month, if you're a coach or an agency, then you can schedule a call with me directly and we can go over sort of what that would look like, if that even makes sense for us. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next one.